India's textile hub Tiruppur is feeling the heat after US President Donald Trump announced a 25% import tariff. In this interview, I speak to a textile exporter and Tiruppur Exporters Association's President KM Subramanian about the fallout and what lies ahead. Thank you for joining me, Mr. Subramaniam. Let's establish the fact first that Tiruppur exports a large share of India's knitwear to the US. Can you please tell our viewers what share of your exports go to the US and how has the 25% US tariff affected your current orders and dealings with the American buyers? And also, if any orders have been delayed or cancelled because of this?
Good evening, Nisa. Thank you for inviting us in your debate. And currently, Tiruppur is a export cluster, especially in knitwear. And we are doing around 40,000 crores export from this cluster. And 60% of the knitwear exports from India is going from this cluster, from Tiruppur. And in 40,000 crores, we are doing around 30% to 35% US business. Definitely, this second announcement of the tariff by the US president is will affect us, but not much. Only the US alone doing companies, and this we will compensate with other countries' export of remaining 70%.
Okay, so can quality, you said anyways of the 40,000 crore export, 30 to 35% is US business, which is again, it's a quite significant number. So can
Yes.
quality and long-term relationships with the US can help you retain the clients there, or are they shifting just because of the price?
No, they will not shift because the other competitive countries are the basic garments manufacturing. Especially Tiruppur. Tiruppur is a fashion garment manufacturing. The fashion garments is a very tough marketing and it is all going for the brands. So the brands, they have a lot of specification, lot of factory audits and a lot of complaints issues there. So suddenly they cannot able to change and they will, if you want to decide, it will take time minimum 2 to 3 years. So only the basic and unbranded garments may be shipped over to because of the price. This is in 30%. It is maybe in 5 to 10% maximum unbranded garments. Remaining 20% they have to do it Tripur only.
So this basic and unbranded will be 5 to 10% of the 30 to 35%.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So, global supply chains are constantly, being reshuffled due to geopolitical pressures. So, are US buyers asking you to shift production to other countries like Indonesia or Vietnam to avoid the tariff? Even though you said that US will not shift from India, but is there any such pressure for companies in Tirupur to, shift production to other countries because of this tariff?
So far, it was not happen, and maybe after this, some of the big exporters may think that. But so far, nothing. Nobody will care because it is a buyer's market. Definitely, buyers will demand that. But it is not an easy job because 90% of the Tripur companies are MSMEs, medium small sector companies. Only large scale companies is only 10%. That 10% companies maybe they have a capability to shift but not immediately.
But there is no pressure as such from US on the same.
No, not pressure from the brands also.
Oh, okay.
It is only for the
So,
company's profitability. They may decide. So far in Tirupur, if you can say only one or two companies, they have a companies in abroad. Remaining all be here only.
okay. So with the with the tariff, this could be one of my important questions. With the tariff rising, overall costs. So is there any room for Indian exporters like you to reduce prices to stay competitive in the US market, or would you feel that it would impact margin too much?
No, we are working for a very thin margin. Definitely, the buyers, as I said, it's a buyer's market. Buyers will automatically they will claim, but we cannot able to. That is the reason we are asking government to support us some sort of incentives, some sort of schemes like market assistant incentive scheme, focus market incentive scheme, and interest subsidy, interest subvention. Like that, we are going to seek support from the government through Apparel Export Promotion Council, through Tiruppur Export Association. All the big bodies
So
are going
actually,
to.
that was supposed to be my next question. So, like, schemes like RoDTEP and PLI, to help you with this, does these schemes actually help you with that tariff? Or, could you also go a little bit in detail about what more the government could do in this kind of situation?
Yeah, yes, I said we are going to ask government to help this, but it will not help 100%. It will help some sort of some percentage. And definitely, if we are renegotiate, seeking government to renegotiate with US government to reduce the tariff also. If they consider that this is not prepared, otherwise we will seek the support from the government of India.
Okay. So my last question is, looking ahead, how do you see this tariff affecting Tirupur's textile industry in the long run, especially in terms of job losses or factory sustainability and excuse me, and India's position in the global supply chain? So how do you see this?
Yeah, it will not affect the big exporters. For the MSME, small exporters, definitely there will be a small setback. And we have to come through with other countries' business. The UK FTA is signed now recently. And yeah, the government is strong negotiation with Europe for the FTA. So these are all going to increase the business in textiles and apparel exports. So this will compensate for this US issue, and definitely Indian governments must need for the US people, and they will not lose us. Definitely, they will reconsider this.
So one last question taking from your recent answer. So you said small exporters will be affected, and you also said that 90% of Tirupur companies are MSME small companies. So so what are will there be any job losses, or will people find it difficult to run their businesses? Will there be any such effect?
No, as I said, we have a 70% other business. No, with that we can compensate, but 30% is only the US business. So definitely we will compensate that. But now we cannot say we have because in the earlier stage we all said that we have a 15% increase in the exports, but that will not happen this year. Maybe next financial year it will happen.
Thank you for your time, sir. Viewers, for more such interviews, stay tuned with the Federal.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for